Good Friday morning, everybody. It's Friday. It's the end of the week, start of the weekend. It's gonna be fantastic.
Good morning. It is Friday. It has been the longest longest week
Last week.
ever. I think that
Well, I think the election definitely just took a toll on everybody.
win or lose, I believe that the election, it was an emotional roller coaster for
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Everybody was on pins and needles, and whether their candidate won or not. I think that people are just not knowing what's going not
We're going into an era that we really don't know what's going to happen.
right. The unknown, all of
Yeah.
the unknowns, and even people whose candidate, that they want, their candidate won.
Mm-hmm.
They're excited, but they don't really know what's coming. All they know is that their candidate won.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think everybody's just mentally. It's Friday, but people are mentally drained because they feel like it's been like months
Of
of
it going, yeah. Well
partying
then
going.
Well, then also people are upset because did you hear that they like found 20 million missing ballots?
Yeah, I don't think that we're done. I mean, people can say that it is, and it is what it is, but I think that there's going to be some fallout from this. And,
It's
you know,
gonna be
it,
crazy.
the only thing I will say is that prior to the actual election that day,
Hmm.
you and I had even discussed that we knew it wouldn't be called that night, that it would be
Yeah.
days and weeks. It could be till the end. I mean, and
Yeah.
that was kind of the expectation, I think, across the board for a lot of people. And so I think that that has raised some red flags, right? Because how did you all of a sudden able to call it when everybody, even the analysts, were saying we're not going
Something's not right.
right. So this is so it's just a lot. And I think that
It
just people
is.
are tired. People I always say I just, my feelings on it, obviously I wasn't in agreement with everything. I just want it to be a play. I just want all of us, no matter what flag we wave, to be kind to each other. And it's so
Hmm.
exhausting because I have seen people so rude and disrespectful to each other. It's like it's just mean. It's just
Yeah.
mean. And it brings up
Yeah.
those feelings of what are we doing as a society that we've gotten to this point. Right.
Yeah.
So
So,
okay, let's get into
well,
oh
before we go further, I feel like we just need to get the bad news out of the way. Um, Ben, you know who Ben is, obviously. But for people who don't know, Ben, I'm gonna mispronounce his last name, so say it for me.
Herb Street.
Herb Street passed away. And if you don't know who Ben was the goodest boy ever. He was Kirk Herbstreit's beloved golden retriever who was just as iconic as he was on College Game Day.
Mhm.
Ugh, so
He
upsetting.
has Kirk has always loved his companion. He's very
Hmm.
close. He's the man's man. He's a football guy, obviously, but this one really is showing the true side of him because
Yeah.
he unfortunately has had some health
The golden
little
retriever.
yeah, Ben had some health challenges and Kirk tried to let him hold on as long as he could, but didn't want to see him suffer. So
Yeah.
it's a loss, and to know College Game Day that he's a big part of that. So thoughts and prayers are definitely going out to him right now. During
Yeah. It's not an
hope
easy
that they
time.
will they may do a little bit of a tribute. They may tomorrow morning on College Game Day. We'll see if they do that. So
Yeah. But college game day, which means, I mean, college football is back, but my Longhorns play this weekend. So I'm super excited.
Yes, and they're number 5. So remember, they're in the top 10, so they still have a chance. Who are they playing? I don't remember.
They are playing, I want to say Florida, but I could be wrong. Um, oh, I was right. We're playing Florida.
Nice. Is it a Saturday night game or is it a Saturday afternoon?
It's a Saturday morning. It's at 11 a.m.
Oh, so that comes on right after college game day.
Yeah.
Right after college game.
Which sucks because I will not be able to watch it because I will be working Disney on Ice this weekend.
Disney on Ice. My grandkids are getting to go see Disney on Ice this weekend.
Yep, so I will be there and trying and probably failing to watch the Longhorns game on my phone.
That is funny. Okay, what's going on? Okay, wait. Quinn Hughes.
Quinn Hughes, this last name, you know who they are at this point because the all I talk about. So he has etched his name alongside some of hockey's elites.
Now,
So
describe what elite, who are the elites?
like some of the best, like the ones making the records, hitting the scores.
Any names I would recognize?
Well,
Is
I
Wayne
mean,
Gretzky considered an
an
elite?
elite, yes.
Okay,
Yes, he is.
I know that name.
Um, so- everybody knows that name. Uh,
Madonna.
oh, Mike Modano. Yep.
Yes.
Good
Okay. See,
job.
girl,
Thank
look, when
you.
you're a sports girl, you kind of know a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, there was
So
more. I'll think of it.
you'll think of it and let me know. Okay, so the Canucks played Anaheim this past Tuesday. And with their win over Anaheim, Quinn Hughes reached the 300th career assist milestone. And he did it at such a crazy pace. So he's played 376 games, career games.
Oh wow.
So it with his 300th assist, it makes him the third fastest defenseman to hit 300 assists in NHL history. He was slower than only Bobby Orr, which I feel like that's a name that you should know, who hit his at 346, and then Brian Lech, who hit his at 368. So it's crazy. It's even crazy that they've played like he's only played like 376 games to me. Like he's been playing since he was drafted in 2018. So he was drafted like the year before Jack was. Um,
Oh
and
yeah, Jack.
that's
I mean, I know who he
you
is,
know
right?
who he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, so he's only played in 376 games.
Okay, but 376 about 82.
But it's not just well, okay, well it is 82 because they just made the playoffs for the first time in a long time last season.
Okay, so just I mean, even that would be like 4 years, 4 seasons, or something like.
Yeah. And not including like injuries and all of that. Um, but to me, that's so crazy. But that's not the only hockey news I have today.
What is the other one?
Okay, so I had mentioned a couple podcasts ago that the PWHL
Yes.
has announced their official logos for their teams as well as their names for this
Okay.
upcoming season. So they have officially dropped their jerseys for this season. So
What?
last season, they just did like the basic like name of the city on the front, and then obviously the players' number and the name on the back. But with the like logo announcement, name announcement, all of that fun stuff, they've officially dropped their jerseys for the 2024-2025 season. And I'm just so excited to like see arenas filled with these jerseys. Like it is just a
Are they
monumental.
team? Are these jerseys or are they the colors of whatever the team is?
So they are the
Any of
colors
these
of
are any of these teams with the professional women's hockey league? Do they have like pinks and purples and
So the Minnesota Frost is purple. So it's there's a purple and white. It almost looks like I don't know if you've ever seen like the hockey fights cancer jerseys when those are purple and white. So it's that same color scheme and it has like the F for because the Minnesota Frost. That looks really stinking cool. And then like
because I feel like if I was on a girls hockey team, I would want it really it'd have to be a little bit extra. It would have to be like super bright pink, like hot pink, bubblegum hot pink with maybe some little rhinestones or diamond. I mean, it would have to be, you know what I mean? Like I feel like if I was gonna,
you would just be going into like the girly aspect.
yes, yeah.
So yeah, the
They
Minnesota
have to have the
Frost.
cute little, yeah, the cute little gloves.
So the
uh
Minnesota Frosts are really kind of like the only, I feel like, girly color that they've got going on. Austin, the obviously the Boston Fleet, is one of the teams, and they have a like big old like signature B across the chest. And they feature a deep green base complemented by oceanic blue accents on the shoulders, sleeve stripes, and waist, which kind of makes sense because obviously they're like right
hmm
on the coast like we are. And then the design also incorporates alternating bands of colors, forming a wave-like pattern that evokes a strong connection to the sea, obviously. The numbers on Boston's jerseys carry a unique wave motif inspired by the crest, further reinforcing its maritime heritage. And then, as mentioned, the Minnesota Frost is the purple with the F. Uh, and
Purple
then
with an F. That's
I
funny.
mean, honestly, like the best way is like the F is like frost. Like it looks like it has frost on it.
Uh-huh.
So it's really cool. Like I'm not describing it at all that well, but it's really cool. And then Montreal, I feel like I don't know. They have a night. Like, I think they might have the coolest one. I'm not gonna lie. So they are anchored by like the burgundy base, which is one of their colors. The victor's home jersey reflects Montreal's timeless elegance and strength. The navy shoulders and dynamic sleeve design draw inspiration from the angular lines of the team's crest, adding a sense of movement and precision. So theirs has like their team crest on it. And then New York, I feel like they could have done so much more with this one. So the New York Sirens, that's like a hexagonal shape of their crest on the chest, with sirens in the front. And it is like a mix of like a almost like a not a teal blue, but kind of like a teal blue, with like navy blue accents, and some orange stripes. And then Ottawa Charge, which I feel like they probably have the boringest jerseys, I'm not gonna lie. Like New York was kind of boring, but Ottawa is an O that like looks like it's like going quickly. Does that make sense? Like it's an O, and it has like the little stripes to make it seem like it's going really fast. Um, it is
I would
a
have like really turquoise. Girl, I would have so much fun with that kind of stuff.
so
I would
theirs is like a deep red with gray, dark and light gray, and then Toronto, I feel like probably have one of the coolest ones. They are a rich blue base with navy paneling, and it has their scepter's crest design in the front. So all in all, like for the first jerseys, the only one that I'm really concerned about is Ottawa, but they're looking good. But yes, the only girly one is Minnesota.
that is funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go to break real quick.
Want to know what's going on in Corpus Christi? Make sure you check out cceventscalendar.com. That holds all of the events going on for the entire month. New are added daily. And again, that is cceventscalendar.com. All right, so on today's mental health moment, um, do you want to give our disclaimer?
Yes, our disclaimer. Melina Mikayla's disclaimer for mental health moments is we are not mental health experts. but we do have mental health. But we like to, our podcast is a safe space for people to talk about it, to hear if they need resources to reach out so that we can help. We understand that everybody has their challenges. If there is ever a trigger warning that we need to give, we will do so, but we want it to be um, a comfort zone for people to be able to talk about their feelings with a trusted friend or a resource, that they can find resources that they can help them. Okay.
Perfect. So we are talking authenticity.
Ooh, that is that is a kukui. It
A
is. It
kukui.
is. It is. There's a lot on it. There are psychologists that have dedicated their life studies to vulnerability and authenticity and
Mm-hmm.
all of the um, all of the psychological and emotional and physical and all of that well-being to study what it is.
Yeah.
I think that why it matters, obviously, the number one reason why it would matter is that authenticity, it can protect your mental health by reducing the stress and anxiety of promoting self-esteem. If you're authentically who you are, or try to be
Mm-hmm.
as comfortable as you can, you don't have to worry about as much because you're being who you are. I mean, so it
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about what people are thinking if you're just being who you are. So it protects your mental health. Uh,
Yeah. Well, I think also just some of the benefits of being authentic. You're gonna foster stronger relationships with people. If people understand exactly who you are and that there is no like character A, B, or C to you, um, that's gonna promote a stronger relationship with those close around you. It also just helps you feel more fulfilled as a person. You're not gonna be second guessing who you are around of other people. You won't feel like you have to act, one way around this group of people and then another way around these group of people. And then it just again reduces inner conflict. Like there's no guessing who you are. You are just 100% you.
well, and yeah, and it's hard. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There are days that, I mean, I'm pretty much what you see is what you get, both personally and professionally. But it's hard. It's hard because you're putting yourself out there. It's hard because while we say, and many people say, don't worry about what others think, don't worry about what they're saying, don't worry about this, don't worry, that's not a real emotion. The emotion really is to worry about it. um but tips for practicing that authenticity include knowing your values and beliefs and knowing what you stand for and what you stand against. Practicing self-awareness, knowing what, when you feel like you can be your most authentic. For myself, I don't like to put myself in positions, um or at tables or at gatherings. You and I ran into each other last night at,
Yeah.
which was crazy, right? But you and I don't like to put myself in positions in which I'm going to feel a little different, or I'm going to feel awkward not being myself.
Hmm.
Um, so just knowing that you know what you stand for, that you practice your self awareness of where you're comfortable with and what you're not, setting boundaries. There are things that I will not go to because the people there don't make me feel comfortable
Yeah.
being myself, that they have a different set of rules, etiquettes, expectations, whatever it is you want to call it. And so saying no to that, so many times I think as women we feel like if we're invited to something, or we want to go to something, or we want to feel a part of the crowd, that it's we can't say no.
Yeah.
And that's not protecting our peace, and that, so we're not being authentic to ourselves.
Yeah, no,
Um,
if you have boundaries, you don't need to cross them.
yeah. And then focusing on genuine self expression, just being, it is not, and I get so frustrated when they say, well, you said to say what you got to say. Okay. Yes, but it is not what you say. It is how you say it. It is not what you do. It is how you do it. There are many times people want to cuss each other out, one up one side and down the other. That is not professional, nor is it cool to be that type of person. If you cannot control your emotions control you, and you look crazy.
Brilliantly said. Um, so I think ultimately authenticity is about embracing who you are. And maybe you just need to start small, and prioritize what you think is important to you, whether it is, you know, liking a certain thing and not being afraid to say it. Liking sports and not being afraid to say, hey, I like sports. I think it's a great tie-in. Like, I think that goes back to, personally, I was terrified to let people know that I loved watching hockey. I was not being my authentic self. Now I have no problem telling people that I like watching hockey.
Yeah.
And it,
Yeah.
it, it really is just baby steps.
Well, and the thing is it's it's a popular subject to that people talk about their authenticity, but like you said, I was embarrassed to even talk about that I liked hockey. I mean, I get so many looks from women. I say bougie women, you know, people that think of themselves a little higher than others or whatever, that I can sit down with the guys and talk football and stats because I love football.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. And
Yeah.
that is not a burden to me. That's not boring to me. That's fun to me. But there are women that, what, they like to go and look at colors for painting their bedrooms and their Duvois and all of these things that I'm like, give me a TV and a remote with some football. Like but we're being our authentic selves, right? And
Yeah.
like you're more comfortable in it. Even before, you weren't real comfortable with telling people you really didn't know football. You've gotten more
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with, like, dude, I didn't know what that was.
Mm-hmm.
I think that too, right? But I think it's hard for people, and you've said it, and we've talked about it, about social media, because we people find it hard to be their authentic selves because they look at social media and look at the highlight reels of their friends and family's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's all we got on some authenticity. I always say be you. That is my big thing. Be you. You know what? There are many of people that do not like Melina when Melina is being Melina. And I'm okay with that, because there are people that like Melina when Melina is being Melina. And I'm okay with that too. It's okay. It's just the lack of the lack of respect that people have towards each other when people are
Yeah.
truly being their authentic selves. Girl, I'm not down with that stuff. It's just not cool. Not cool. There's a commercial out there. Have you heard it on the radio that says, be cool? Be cool.
Well, considering the fact that I don't really listen to the radio when I'm in my car because I play my music, no.
What music do you play through? What is your
Honestly, it's probably such a wide range. Like I use Apple Music. Um, um,
country?
and so some of it's country, some of it's like late 2000s, like pop, like there's musical stuff on there. Like it really is just a broad range of stuff. 'Cause like so I have something called like my station, and so basically Apple Music will like generate songs that will play through like this station based off of like songs that you've liked, songs that you've listened to, all of that. And so it could literally be anything that pops up on there.
Okay, so I have to ask, who
Hmm.
was your favorite boy band when you were in middle school and high school? Did you have posters? Did you have like a band that you were
I didn't have posters of boy bands on my, hold on. Mom, did I have posters of boy bands in my room? Get what? Posters of boy bands in my room? Yeah. Who? Oh, you're right, you're right. The Jonas Brothers was really big when I was in middle school, in high school.
not
I had to go fact check myself with my mom.
the Jonas Brothers? What okay, can you name their number one song or one of your favorite songs by the Jonas Brothers?
I could name a couple songs, but like, oh, Burning Up.
Burning Up.
Burning Up because there's a part that has a the bodyguard Rob raps a part, and it's probably my favorite part in the entire song.
That is
I
fun.
think that's what it was. But like also like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were also still a thing like when I was in middle school. And so like I grew up on like those songs. And then the Jonas Brothers, I forgot about them. One Direction was big when I was in I think the end of my high school. I think I could be wrong. Oh no, I might be wrong. 'Cause I think they started getting big in 2014. I had graduated by then. I'm trying to think of who. Oh, Big Time Rush. They're making a comeback, which is really cool. Um, yeah,
The Jonas
yeah,
Brothers.
I think Jonas Brothers is probably going to be the best one.
That is funny. So we're gonna start another fun thing. You do your end of the year, your end of the or on this day in history.
Today in sports.
Yes, or yeah, and today in sports history. I'm gonna do a thing, and so y'all will hear it weekly when we remember, because sometimes we have guests or whatever. But would you rather?
Okay.
So my first question of
You only
the
get one question. Hold on.
yes,
Okay.
every week it's going to be one question. Just
Okay.
your little fact, your little history fact. Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
Like 10 minutes into the future, like in the next 10 minutes, or like just 10 minutes in a random time. Like say 10 years from now, I can see 10 minutes.
I would say that one. That's the way I'm reading it.
I would that's hard because I feel like I'm obviously in 150 years I will not be alive. Um, unless they somehow make, every disease, health, whatever problem disappear and everyone just lives for a million years. Um, but so I feel but I feel like what a great story to not know your story. And so I feel like if I saw 10 minutes into my future in 10 years, I feel like that'd kind of be cheating. And then I'd always be wondering, is this the moment? Is this what makes that moment? So I'd probably say 150 years.
Nope. I want 10. I want to be able to see it because I'm not going to see it in 150 years. I'm not going to be able to enjoy it no matter what. If I was 1 years old seeing 150 years, I would never see it because I'm not going to live to be 151. If I'm in my 50s, another 150, that puts me at 200. No, I just want to see the 10 minutes. I want to see 10 minutes.
But I feel like the 10 minutes, you will then spend the rest of your life wondering, is this the moment that leads to whatever moment you just saw? And I'd rather not know that. I'd rather just
Really? Oh
experience.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so would you rather?
Interesting. Good one. Well, okay, well, to finish it off, today in sports, keeping up with our NHL defenseman scoring records. In 1991, Paul Coffey sets NHL defenseman scoring mark with 311th goals. That's a lot
Wow.
of goals.
That is a lot of goals.
That's crazy.
That is a lot of goals. All right. Well, I know that I think everything is just okay, so 3 weeks from yesterday. Today's Friday, so 3 weeks from yesterday, Thursday, is
It's Thanksgiving.
gobble gobble wobble wobble, all
And
of it.
then the next best thing is Black Friday.
Oh, girl, we're gonna have topics. Oh, y'all better stay tuned. Y'all better stay tuned. Y'all better stay tuned. So, all right, we are gonna go. It is a busy weekend, so check the calendars, look at what you're doing, or just chill out. One of the two. One of the two.
And
So,
as always, if you like listening to us, or watching us, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube and then like and follow us on Spotify. This is Michaela.
this is Melina.
And remember, sports are for girls
Are
too.
you looking to grow your business and increase your brand visibility? Become a sponsor with the Girl Talk Sports Talk podcast. Our sponsorship opportunities offer you a unique chance to connect with our dedicated fan base and community. Let us help you elevate your business name and reach new heights. Contact Melina or Mikayla today to learn more about how you can get involved and make a lasting impact. Join us and watch your business thrive.